Hey everybody, it's time for chapter 8 of Alienated, called Volunteerism. But before we start, I want to give a shout out. This is it's a really important shout out actually to Andrew in Mississauga. Andrew, who's just come out of surgery yesterday, and I want to give him just a big bit of love and a shout out. And everybody here is thinking about you, from us here in London to you in Mississauga. We're cheering you on, Andrew, and I hope you're feeling better really soon. You've been an incredibly good sport, and I hope you're doing okay. And I hope you're enjoying the story. So let's crack on, guys. It's chapter 8, Volunteerism. The blue cloud became a girl. She floated there, iridescent, semi-transparent, like she was made of turquoise crystal. I had to squint my eyes a little to look, and when I did, I couldn't miss how breathtakingly, ridiculously beautiful she was. Ms. Tegg tutted and glared up at her. "If you're going to float in and out of classes," she said, "it would behoove you to remember that my class starts at 8:45 sharp." The girl nodded and then gave Miss Tegg a dazzlingly cute smile. "Good," Miss Tegg said. "Now to Shakespeare. Nothing like the bard in the entire universe." She went on and on, Stratford upon Avon, the Globe, Romeo and Juliet, the school play, casting, blah, 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 blah. I stopped listening because I was mesmerized by the gorgeous goddess floating on the stage, basking in her own blue aura. Who is?" I asked Octo. "Don't waste your time, Two Legs," Octo whispered. "She is way out of your league." "I kind of guessed that," I said. "But who out of your galaxy?" Octo said. "I get it," I said. "Thanks for the encouragement. But seriously, what's her name?" "I mean, literally out of your galaxy," he said. "You know what omnipotent means?" I didn't, but I pretended I did and gave him Jessica's patented "what do you take me for" look. But it turns out Ventitents are pretty good at spotting a bluff. So he explained that omnipotent meant all-powerful. "She's a deity in training. An icon," Octo said. "Icons are so powerful they don't have names." "You mean she's a goddess? Literally?" I whispered. "What's she doing in school?" "She's not just in school," he said. "She's not just here. She's in 1,000 places at once, and never anywhere for very long." I continued to stare. There wasn't anything about her that seemed all-powerful or whatever. She was just quite simply gorgeous. Like a floating fashion model, a transparent teenage Tinkerbell, minus the wings. She was perfection personified, in alien form. 1,000 places at once, I said. "Exactly," Octo said. "Which means right now there's 1,000 other doofuses just like you, checking her out and getting all mushy. So cool your rocket booster, Mr. Savant." "Understood," I said, pretending to understand. "I hope so, Buckaroo," Octo said, "because she ignores them completely. All of them. In fact, if you learn only one thing today, make it this: icons ignore doofuses." "Then how come," I said, "she's smiling at this particular doofus?" She was. Definitely. She might have been in 1,000 different worlds at once, but she was smiling at me, one Sherman Capote, new resident of Groom Lake, Nevada, Earth. "Holy sea cow!" Octo gasped. "She is!" It felt like being on a roller coaster in summer, the day school finishes. "You gotta bust out your opening moves," Octo said. "You do have moves, don't you?" "Not really," I confessed, hoping that maybe a simple nonchalant wave might be the safest gesture. Unless, of course, it meant something different to an alien deity. "I'm gonna wave. How does that sound?" "If that's all you've got," Octo whispered, "go for it, Two Legs." I smiled back at her, looked into her crystal eyes, and raised my hand, cool as ice. I was so nonchalant, I was anti-chalant. I was protesting the chalant regime. I was an enemy of the chalant state. "Why, thank you for volunteering, Mr. Capote," Ms. Tegg cooed. "You'll make a wonderful Romeo." "Volunteering? Romeo?" It took a few seconds for her words to sink in, for my brain to recalibrate from gushy for goddess to drama class drudgery. I'm sorry, Miss Tegg. What? I asked. A wonderful what? Yes, a truly captivating Romeo, Miss Tegg said. That lovelorn expression is just perfect. A disciple of the method, are we? Uh-oh. Please, no. But he hates drama, Jessica protested, striding over and grabbing me by my vintage Carl Sagan t-shirt. Tell her, you hate drama. Cluck, cluck, cluck. My last major performance was as Chicken Number 3 in the off-Broadway production of Old MacDonald's Farm. But when my big moment came for a cluck-cluck here and a cluck-cluck there, I upchucked. Here, there, and everywhere. I covered the whole farm in puke, including Jess, who was busy stealing the show as Mrs. MacDonald, the brains behind the MacDonald farming empire. It was the beginning and end of my child acting career, and Jessica has never forgiven nor forgotten. She continued protesting and then punched me on the arm. Ouch, I cried. That's my Nurse Anderson arm. What's your problem? Let's keep the stage fighting to Act 3, Scene 1, Miss Tegg snapped. Now, to cast our Juliet, any volunteers? My problem is, Jessica said, sneering at me behind her eyeliner overdose, there's no way I'm volunteering to play a star-crossed lover to my own brother. Why'd you have to stick your stupid hand up? Drama is like the class I love at school, and you know it. And you've totally sabotaged it for me. On the first day! Meanwhile, Octo slapped me on the back so hard I nearly toppled off stage. He pointed a tentacle at the teacher. Thank you so much for volunteering, my dear, Miss Tegg was saying, gazing up at the icon girl. You'll make a simply exquisite Juliet. But forgive me. Remind me of your name. What's in a name? Icon girl said. That which we call a rose by any other name would smell as sweet. Marvelous, Miss Tegg shrieked. Divine! But forgive me, I still need a name for the playbill, you see. Juliet, Icon girl said. You can call me Juliet. Wonderful, said Miss Tegg. I trained with Strasbourg, and it's a privilege to work with a fellow disciple. And I'm sure you and Sherman will be brilliant together. I can already sense the chemistry. I felt my face glow bright red, and Octo nudged me. Way to make an entrance, buckaroo, he whispered. Quite a debut. And it was. Okay, that's chapter 8. Come back tomorrow for chapter 9. Andrew, we're thinking about you. Get better soon.